and because I don't have enough storage space to store videos on my phone. So because of that, I'm just gonna go live and then explain what I've been trying to talk about all week already. So, and again, my apologies for anything that happened last night. I did not mean to offend anyone or cause anyone any harm. So it was a really stupid mistake to go live, and I'm sorry. So hopefully we could just move on. And let me just get right into it because I've been seeing a lot of interesting things relating to what we think of as the new Earth. And what I'm seeing is this actually more of a slow process. And the final transition phase ends in about 300 years or 2300 is from my understanding. So basically, the first thing I see is Horus when he births into our dimension. There will be a solar flash, and many people have been talking about this solar flash for years, and I've had dreams about it and visions. Have grown skeptical for a while about its existence or whether or not it will ever happen. But from what I saw, it is going to happen. And it's different than what I expect, at least from what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. And what I saw was a very bright flash, um, blindingly bright. And immediately afterwards, the sun it just goes dark. It's the strangest thing. It's almost like you take a light bulb and you turn off the switch and you just turn it off. It just turned off the sun. And then after that, all you're able to see is the corona. So there'll be basically a massive hole in where the sun is supposed to be. All you can see is the corona. Okay, and there will be a dim light still emitted from the sun. But obviously, this is going to have catastrophic effects on the Earth. But soon after, what I saw was really interesting. And it has to do with the tectonic plates. And what I see is they're moving, and I don't know how long this process is taking. It could be decades for all I know. I really can't tell. Okay. So, but what I see them moving. One portion of the tectonic plates, they move in a counterclockwise motion. It's like they're rifting like this. And the other, they move in a clockwise motion or a clockwise, sorry. So this is counterclockwise. And it's pushing. So the tectonic plates are pushing land masses to the north, pushing land masses to the north. Okay. And there's a process that's taking place where the planet begins to form this sort of strange oblong shape. And it's like this oval shape. And when this is happening, the volcanoes are going off. The ring of fire, everything is going off tremendously. When the eruptions start, they don't stop ever. They keep going for months and months and months and months and years in some cases. But this is the catch, okay? The volcanoes are the key to solving this puzzle. So just get this um because you would logically conclude that a catastrophe of this magnitude would eradicate all life on Earth. That doesn't quite happen. It does kill a lot of life on Earth, but that's not the point. Okay, something's going to happen to reignite that life. Okay, so and I'm seeing these volcanoes and this lava. It's literally like rivers of lava across land masses, and I'm seeing these like rivers cover specific areas. and they're crisscrossing massive land masses. And in the oceans, they're creating land. They're creating a lot of land. Okay, and when this lava cools, okay, um, it will transform. Okay, I don't know how to explain this really, but it will actually become something else. It's an electrical process. I'm seeing like electricity being emitted from this lava, and it turns into something completely different. It transforms, and it transforms into this type of soil. At least it looks like a type of soil. Okay, and this soil is literally of a higher dimension. So people have been jumping around for years. How how does this process work? Is it a new dimension? Is the old Earth? Is it different dimensions? It's a new dimension, literally coming out of the Earth to overlap our dimension in a slow process. Okay, and the soil and its healing properties, it's going to be like literally like magic. Okay, at this point, the remaining human population of the Earth, they go underground. They go into underground cities, and a lot of them link themselves to something called a brain interface hyperlink system. And that's I'm not going to talk about that yet. But it's basically like virtual reality matrix type of thing, because they are lied to. Okay, when they go into the underground cities, they're told the planet's not coming back in any time frame that matters. Is going to take millions of years for this process, and they lose hope. And so that's where the silver pods come in. Remember that dream? I know some of the old subscribers remember that. And that I'll probably be getting into in the next video. But let's just move on and continue with this interesting lava that turns into this electric soil. And this soil, I see a nuclear power plant, and it's melted down, and it has completely contaminated a massive area. There's a body of water that's completely dead, and I see this soil, and it's literally cleansing the entire area. It's cleansing the radioactivity. It's like literally soaking it up. It's like a sponge. It has a spongy texture to it. Okay, so I'm calling it soil, but it's almost like you can touch it, and it has this quality about it, and it's healing everything. It's healing the world. And in the sky, there's processes taking place that are repairing the atmosphere as well. And remember that dream? I have to go back to that dream where I was taken outside of my work and I saw the real moon, and there was these manta ray like beings in the sky, like repairing the sky. And that's part of the transition. These beings are actually helping the higher dimensional process and the process of transformation, from what was before to what is now. Okay, so again, my the important point is that it's from the inside out, and the same process is going to take place with the sun. Okay, so all you see is the corona. When the black hole, this is the weirdest thing. I literally see like a white dot in the middle of the black hole, and it grows bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it overlaps everything, and it actually goes through the black hole, and it's a new sun. And this sun is brilliant. It's dazzling. It's blue. I don't know how long this process takes. This could be decades, but it's still a geological blink of an eye. So you have the corona, you have the black hole, and you have this white light. It starts off as a small dot. It goes through the sun, and it literally overlaps the old sun, and it becomes this brilliant blue, dazzling, like heavenly body. Okay. And then you have from the earth, you have the healing soil that is now covering all the land. So you have the streaks of lava. So everything is being repaired and the earth is reshaping itself. Sorry, I just got a message. And remember, it's transforming into a different shape. So I'm seeing an oblong, like those maps that you saw in high school, or you had this strange oblong earth. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing all the land masses from especially North America and Eurasia literally being fused together at the North Pole. Okay. This is the weirdest thing that I did not expect the black healing soil. I did not expect that to happen. Why are these land masses fusing? It's almost like a Pangea like continent, like a supercontinent. Okay. And so this oblong shape is fusing the land masses to the north. And I look at the North Pole, and now this is in the future now. This is 2300. And I'm seeing the North Pole, and there is no ice. There's no ice anywhere on this planet, actually, none. It's like everything is like in a perfect equilibrium. I don't really see desert. I don't really see much of anything except like this perfect symmetry of green on the land masses and this perfectly dazzling blue, amazing ocean. And the oceans too. That same sort of process is going to take place. So what happened, the volcanic, the healing spongy, it's spongy. It has this weird texture. The volcanic lava turns into that healing soil, and then the volcanoes that are going off in the oceans are doing the same process and cleansing the oceans as well. Okay. So now we're already at the new earth, right? And the place is just, it's indescribably phenomenal. So when you look at the sky and you're standing on the ground and you see this new dazzling brilliant blue sun, the way it's shown to you, it's not how even the Mandela effect of sun, even the old sun, it doesn't even look like that. It's like 4D. It's like in your face. Like you could actually see the contours of the sphere being right in your face. Everything's communicating. In this world, everything communicates. So, and there is no distinction between, everything is such a unified mass that you can't even tell the ocean apart from the land because it's so integrated in such a perfected and beautiful way. Okay. So, and I see, okay, so I'm asking questions, right? I'm like, how does the cycle of life work then, okay, in this place? Because is it still the predator versus prey dynamic? Death, birth, death, birth. Not quite the same. What I saw was super weird. I see a forest, okay, a mass of trees, and they communicate with each other. Everything is heart to heart communication here. There is nothing. Remember a long time ago, I told you in like the fifth dimension, you look at a flower, you would be able to see every conceivable shade of that flower, every conceivable red of that flower. It seems like this place is even higher than that because everything, the animals, the plants, they're all communicating, the sun, the sky. It's all such an integrated, perfected unit where there's no separation with anything whatsoever. Um, and so I'm watching this forest and they're sending signals to each other. The trees are. So I'm asking, how does life continue here? It just doesn't change, but it does. And this forest just suddenly folds in on itself. It sinks into this massive sinkhole, and it almost looks like it was gobbled up by some marsh, okay? And it just goes back into the earth, and then the earth rebreathes a new forest to the top, and it literally looked like a breath. So kind of in my near-death experience, when I saw the planet breathing, this planet looked like it was breathing too. And it's basically the trees are just coming up out of the earth, and it looked really creepy but kind of cool. And there's a new forest, so there's new life, and a similar sort of process with advanced life as well, or where the human population can choose. They decide when, basically. And there are still challenges. It's not absolute perfection. This place will have its own set of challenges, one of them being related to where we are today. And that's going to be in a different video too. But it has to do with timeline rescue operations, where they go back in time to basically try to get more people to their world, basically. Um, okay, I think I pretty much covered everything. I'm going to talk about the underground cities possibly later. I think the most important thing that you have to know is that these hyperlink, these systems are, they will fuse into your brain, and you will not really be sleeping or awake, like in a sort of stasis. And some of these, it's not just one world. They're going to simulate all kinds of situations where they would have like I saw like perfect like cyberpunk futuristic cities that they would be living in. I saw all kinds of stuff, and the sun simulators are sort of that projection system of where that VR is going to be integrated into. So those are very important for the future. But yes, what we're transforming into is a massive purge that will purge us from this dualistic nature into something a lot more integrated, still dualistic, but much less so, significantly less. And so that process of going from the inside out, it's literally the sun, it's the earth, and it's person to person. Okay, it's inward purge, and it's going to literally manifest physically. And from my understanding, this process will take time. And you might be asking, who cares what happens in 300 years or 200 years? Because how does that affect my life? Because a lot of you are going to be there. This place is going to accommodate a large population because it's going to be much, much larger and much more hospitable to life, because there's light, everything is life. And as far as the people go, I saw a lot of traditional dress. So from different regions of the world, you have a lot of traditional dress that people wear, and I love it, by the way, like Ukrainian or whatever. This is going to be like an upgraded version of traditional dresses, and each little culture is going to have their unique way of dressing and doing things, and it's really amazing. It's really amazing how much they love each other. That's one. I didn't see the humans much in these recent visions, but I did see how much they actually loved each other, how they deeply loved each other, and it was a sight to behold. Yeah. All right.